everybody, and welcome to Aaliyah C TV. Today's segment is going to be a little different. My friend Brandon here is in town, so I wanted to shoot something different for my viewers. I had a couple of my lady friends send in some questions that they would want answers from a male perspective. So we're going to ask some questions, and we've had a little liquid courage going on, so maybe it'll help him tell nothing but the truth. We'll see. Recording.
Put my
You can keep your pen, I don't care.
but people might know. We'll see.
The questions are about to begin. Brandon, are you ready?
I guess as ready as I can be.
Are you gonna be honest?
Yeah, I'm gonna be. Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I'm a little nervous though. I'm scared with me.
Don't be scared. Question number 1. Why don't men get to know the person before having sex? Aren't men worried about diseases?
So it's a 2-part question.
Yes.
So why don't men get to know them women before having sex?
Yes.
And aren't we scared of diseases?
Not scared, but worried about.
Worried, yes. Some guys have what I call a fuck it mentality. I mean, it's true.
No.
A fuck it mentality, I guess. But I think, ladies, it all comes down to you. Like, the pace you set is what the guy follows. I mean, he can't fuck you before he gets to know you if you don't let him. You know what I'm saying? So
That's good.
yeah.
Okay. Next. Do guys know what courting a young lady is these days?
Courting, that's the word.
Courting, yes.
Yeah, we know what it is, but
But
yeah, it's a but. If a guy is courting you, that means he's really trying to pursue something further out of it. If that
so
makes
you
sense.
all do know what it is. You
Right.
just gonna court selectively, which I understand, right?
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
Very selectively.
But what is courting to you? If you had to define it.
I mean, we all know what courting is.
Well,
you
I
know,
want
it's-
to hear the ladies want to hear.
they don't know what the guy's definition
Yeah, they
of
want to
courting
know what
is.
you all think courting is.
See, it's not a tricky question, but we all have a definition of courting. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
what is yours, Brandon? He doesn't want to answer because his lady friends might be like,
Oh wow, you said
Oh,
lady
okay.
friends? Wow.
His possible lady friends,
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
He is single, ladies.
Yeah, I am. But I mean, dating is, it's taking time. It's literally what we talked about earlier. That question she asked earlier. It's literally getting to know someone.
Okay.
That's what courting is. Courting could be, a walk in the park. Courting could be, a movie date, a dinner date. It could be just kicking and hanging out. It doesn't have to be, quote unquote, dinner and a movie. It doesn't have to be that, but that's just what I guess the societal norm
Mm,
of courting is.
yeah.
But that's not necessarily what our generation of men really likes to get out and do.
They want to kick it for free, ladies.
In other words, I guess. Not necessarily.
So
but-
basically, consistently hanging out with the same people,
Right,
getting
right.
to know her. Okay.
But ladies, if a guy is taking you out and spending money, it's a strong sign that he really does want.
But you
Yeah.
know what? Sidebar, you all. I was dating this guy for like 3 months. He was taking me out, paying for things. But I feel like, tell me if I'm wrong, that makes men feel entitled to certain things when they're consistently doing that.
Entitled. That's a strong word.
Cause I mean,
That's a strong
feel like
word.
because
expecting, maybe. But
okay,
entitled,
well I feel like he was expecting those things after he was acting like the perfect nice guy, and then out of nowhere he asked for that. But I feel like him doing those things made him expect him to get sex because he was doing that. Why do you all do that? Why can't you all be nice for the sake of actually being nice, or wanting to take somebody out instead of expecting something because you are quote unquote being nice?
That's a lot of questions.
That's one. That's one. That's one question.
Like
Why?
I said, it is all up to the pace you set. It
Right.
is all up to the pace you set. And if he asks, I mean, that's a tough one.
No,
That
please
is
speak
tough.
your mind. If he asks what? What, Brandon? Moving on. We're just gonna move on.
No, I mean I want to answer that question
Do
though.
you?
It's but it's a. I feel like it's a couple aspects. Read it again to me. There's a couple different.
Oh no, that was
aspects. I
from
have a
me.
tendency-
That wasn't something that was written down. That was from me. But
See,
you know,
that's why. See, that's why.
we'll talk about that later. Okay, next. Do men internally struggle with determining if the girl they're hanging out with is an F buddy or girlfriend material? This kind of goes back to what we just talked about, setting the pace, right?
Right.
Well, she's asking how do you internally, men
How do I
internally decide, okay, she's this material or this?
Like I said, it's really up to. It's a couple different things that go into that. So I mean, I know dudes that have met a chick and smashed her within the first couple days, and ended up having long relationships with that girl. It's almost like to each his own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like there's not a set book of guidelines, to okay, if she does this fast, then she's a fuck buddy from now on. You know what I'm saying? I think a fuck buddy more comes from a person that you could probably just kick it with, but don't necessarily feel like your end goals and all those types of things line up.
Match up.
You know what I'm saying? Like a cool person, but it just, you can tell that future isn't really there.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I guess that's where that.
How do you determine if she's okay? Yeah, we already. That was a similar question.
Okay.
Why are black men afraid to commit?
She get right to it.
Yeah.
Afraid to commit.
Mhm.
I think it just comes down to guys don't want to commit to the wrong one. So in a lot of times you'll miss the right one. Playing, you know what I'm saying? Like not trying to commit. Like a lot of guys, when you're up, you're up. If
Okay.
that makes sense. Like, does that make sense?
No, can you?
When you up, so like when you know what I'm saying. Like
Like
when
when
you
it's
popping,
good, it's good.
Right.
Oh, like your time, your
Right.
prime. Oh,
right?
okay,
Like
yeah,
when you
yeah.
popping, you popping. So it's
Mhm.
hard to navigate those waters. You know what I'm saying? Because the same things that attracted you to them is the same things that attract other women to them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of
So
tricky
you-
for guys to navigate.
Tell me if I'm hearing this correctly. It's hard for you all to commit because you might meet somebody better than what you already got going on. So you want to
that's-
kind of be a little bit free so
Right.
you can, all right, she's better, and hop on her train.
It's not that, but it's kind of that. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And to be fair, females, y'all get a totally different person comes out as soon as you, like, it's almost like you get an ownership over a dude.
I think that depends on the female. I don't think all females are like that.
Most. Then
Depends.
that's when as soon as you lock them down, that's where you at, what you doing, the annoying stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what most dudes are
trying to avoid.
trying to avoid.
Okay.
And then, I mean, if you're getting everything before the relationship, why would he enter a relationship?
Exactly. Said from the horse's mouth, ladies.
What?
No, like a lot of females give
The
a dude.
horse.
Yeah. No, you know that.
What?
You know that metaphor. But a lot of females give a dude everything, like trying to like keep him to stay or
Right.
just be with him. But
Right.
if you're giving him everything, like he said, there's no point in him being with you. Anywho, why are men not just honest with their intentions from the beginning.
I can't speak for all men, but I try my best to be 100% authentic from the beginning.
All right, so let's speak on your friend's perspective. I'm sure you have friends that are like that. Why is it that they're not upfront from the jump with females? From your perspective of knowing that type of guy,
Why are they not
upfront with what they
upfront
want?
with what they want?
Me neither.
Because then they ain't gonna get it.
That's
If-
not true.
That is
not
very
true.
true. If a dude walks up to you and say you're a quality, we're talking about quality women, right?
Right.
Not some hoe or something like that.
Right.
If a dude walked up to you and was like, "I'm trying to fuck you," what are the odds he's gonna fuck you?
You never
be honest.
You never know.
What,
I'm not saying
what you probably get slapped.
some don't. You don't have to say it like that. There's ways to approach it. But when a female asks you like,
Oh,
what's
so
your,
you want us to cater to your? You see what I'm saying? Like you want us to
Correct.
say what you want to
no,
hear.
we want to
You
know
said
what
there's
you.
ways around. That's what you said.
No, you don't have to say, "I want to fuck." You can just be like, "I'm looking to do this," or "I want to have fun." Like you don't have to say it so blatant like that. And then when she knows what you want,
But that's what I'm trying
she
to do.
can think,
I'm not
okay,
trying to make love or none of that.
okay, I understand that.
So that's what it is.
But you don't have to say it that way. But I say that because females want to know what you want to know. Because you never know. In her mind, maybe she saw you and she's like, okay, yeah, I just want to do that. But if you stunt like, oh, I want a girl, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that, but you're not showing her that with your actions, you're wasting her time. Because this way, if you tell her, I just want to mess with you, she'll be like, okay, I don't want to. So then she can just cut her ties in versus trying to actually get to know you and all that. And that's not, y'all don't even want the same thing. But you didn't tell her that from the beginning. So now it's just a mess.
It did sound like a mess right there.
Anyway, next question. So never mind. I'm gonna go to the
I mean,
next
I can
question.
only speak from my. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to speak. I know you want me to speak for
Well,
the
I'm
entire.
not wanting you to speak for the entire
male-
male race, but I want you to speak for, a man's perspective. Like
Right.
you may not be like that man, or I may not be like a certain type of female, but I know what females think like.
I know how he thinks, but sometimes the way I think, just because I know how he think, what he's thinking, doesn't mean I know why he thinks that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I might get it, but sometimes like we're each shaped by our own experiences. So he might have been mistreated by a woman, and that's why he feels that type of way. You know what I'm saying? That he got to do all these women. Same reason why women be like, fuck niggas. All niggas ain't shit. Some
Yeah.
dudes be on that same type of, like fuck bitches get money.
Okay.
I mean, they be on the same
Same way.
wave.
All right, I got you. Why do men criticize women that wear makeup and wigs?
Why do we criticize women who wear makeup and wigs?
Yes.
Criticism. I think we just want you ladies to feel good in your own skin. Like, to be honest.
Really?
I'm really. I can't, like I said, I can't speak for all men, but I know there are a lot of men out there like me. I love a natural woman. I prefer women that don't wear makeup. Just being honest.
And
Just
then
being honest,
be
'cause I
on
wanna know what you look
Instagram
like.
liking the fake boobies.
That's true. That's true. You might like to see that, but that's not what all dudes want. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So you like to see it, but you don't want your girl to be like that.
Right.
Oh, okay.
What's wrong with that? Like, I don't understand. Like, what's wrong with that? You can't enjoy looking at something, but
More than likely, if I see something that I like in a man, I would like my man to have that as well. Like, but that's just me. I don't know.
but men not on that same wave that
You're
women
right.
is on.
So basically, y'all just want us to feel comfortable being.
Right.
But just
Being
because someone
comfortable,
wears,
if you comfortable, that is sexy.
I understand. But just because somebody wears makeup or a wig, because I wear both, doesn't mean that they're not comfortable. Sometimes they just like to switch it up and add to what they already have. It's not more so, oh, I hate myself, so I'm gonna go put on a wig and wear
See, that's not what I'm
makeup.
saying. We're not saying that you hate yourself. We just want you to appreciate your natural self more.
Yeah, I understand.
I,
don't
I, I would like to see the makeup and stuff be saved for like special occasions.
like me, like I don't wear makeup when I'm going out. Throughout the week, you'll never catch me with makeup on. But if I'm going out, like I'm going out tonight, I'm gonna wear makeup.
I mean, I understand. Like, I'm all for women. Do your thing, but just from a male perspective, we like natural women the way y'all naturally are.
Oh, that's nice.
You don't need all that extra.
Okay, now I'm gonna